Hi friends, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. My name is China, also known as Sugar Doll Plans or Sugar Box Stickers, whichever you prefer. And this is a plan with me for the week of January 3rd, year 2022. In this week, I had some snow, which was crazy. Where I live, it tends to only snow. Nowadays, it tends to only snow in January and February. I live in Virginia, if you didn't know. When I was growing up as a kid, we used to be lucky enough to get like snow in October, November, but global warming has to ruin everything. Give me 1 second. I am going to pop open my soda, and I meant to do this before I started. Sorry, I don't know if that's like ASMR, if you guys like that, let me know, but I'm gonna take a sip real quick because I feel like my mouth's kind of dry. Not that I think drinking Coke makes your mouth less dry, but I decided to just have a little beverage. So anyways, guys, this plan with me, like I said, we got some snow, and I also traveled to Oregon, my first time ever visiting Oregon. And I think in my last plan with me, I mentioned to you guys that I have officially knocked out the West Coast in terms of the United States to visit. So I have visited California, Oregon, and Washington, which is really cool. But yeah, we went to Oregon, and we went to a town called Bend, where my soon-to-be mother-in-law lives. For all intents and purposes, I'll just call her my mother-in-law, but she's my fiance's mom. So we went there, and it was my first time ever visiting, like I said, Oregon, and being able to visit her. She has in the past come to visit us, and she did used to live in Virginia, where I live. Kind of before I started dating my fiance. She was kind of in the middle of moving when I did start dating my fiance, so that's what happened with that. But anyways, so it was our first time being able to see her in maybe 2 or 3 years due to the pandemic, and it was just really surreal getting out of our little town. We haven't really traveled much of anywhere. We did go to New York in September, but we have not really traveled much of anywhere, much like other people due to the pandemic. So it was really crazy. It was a crazy time in general, just trying to fly across the country, let alone go anywhere. And I will get into that in a while, once we get closer to it in the day by day. But I will say this: I am thankful that we traveled safely. I'm thankful I'm not really experiencing any symptoms, knock on wood. We flew Delta, and I feel like a lot of people are kind of trying to start flying Delta, as they are kind of becoming the reliable airline of the pandemic, and that's great. My only thing with Delta, and this was at both airports that I was flying out of and flying into, flying out of when I was going there and flying out of when I was leaving there. My only thing was, you guys also might be able to hear it's raining. It's been snowing today, and now it's raining, so that's cool. And I can kind of hear it being picked up, and my office is I face the window, so you guys might be able to hear that, which is crazy. Hopefully it's ambiance for you guys and relaxing. Anyways, sorry for my little sidetrack. I got a little distracted by that. Anyways, I digress. Great experience with Delta in terms of cleanliness, feeling safe. You wear your mask your whole entire time. Now, my only thing was at my airport and at the airport coming home from, and I understand it's not the employee's fault, so please don't get upset with me on behalf of the employees. But I could not check in, and I was extremely frustrated. And not that checking in would have done anything, because what ended up happening was I went to the airport, and I still had to check my bag in at the desk, and there was no other quick line to do it in. And like I said, I'll get into that when we get closer to that. Give me a second. I'm gonna sip my drink again. Okay. So yeah, that was frustrating. At first I thought I was gonna have to go through they were gonna have the quadruple S on my boarding pass, and I was gonna have to go through special screening with the TSA. No, it wasn't that, and it wasn't much of anything else either. It was just I had to check in physically at the airport at 5 a.m, and our flight was at 7, and we started to board at like 6:25. I was just really anxious. Honestly, flying gives me a lot of anxiety in general. Although after like traveling, I always want to continue like doing stuff and traveling. So I am looking at like this year either quarterly or like monthly, just doing like a little getaway. I do think it's very good for my mental health. So yeah, probably quarterly if I have to be honest. So not to be honest, but if I have to be like regimented, as I think is the word I'm looking for. Anyways, so kind of going back to this, let's talk briefly about the kit. This is October 21 Mystery from ScribblePrintsCo. If I didn't even get into that yet, I'm sorry. And I am using the foil I believe that came with it, so it is like a snowflake silver foil. And you guys will also see, I don't think I got any extra snowflake foil, but I did. You'll see my haul for January. Sorry. I did order the foil random pull from ScribblePrintsCo. I don't think I might have done the foil sale. I feel like there was also a foil sale, but then I had just ordered like a bunch of foil from Black Friday, so I feel like I didn't order any other foil. I don't know, but I did do the random foil, what does she call them? Foil bundle pull, and I got 8 foil bundles from that, so you guys will see those. But yeah, sorry, I'm like, what am I trying to say? What am I talking about? Okay. Anyways, like I said, all the foil is from ScribblePrintsCo. I don't think I used any foil that wasn't ScribblePrintsCo, besides a few bougie boxes that are from Press. I did order some bougie boxes that are not tapes from Press. I'm kind of over tapes. I kind of feel like, I don't know if anyone else has this issue, my tapes like literally like on the corners, they're always rolling up, the stickers are harder to pull up, and I'm kind of over it. I might also start just making my own underlays. Like I have underlays like I've purchased from PlannerPixie.co. So anyways, all right, we're getting close to the day by day, and I'm just going to go ahead and get into it because I feel like I'm going to have a lot to talk about, and I feel like I'm not going to be able to. So sorry that I'm kind of all over the place, but starting off with Monday, I slept in. It was a snow day, and it was also the holiday for me at work, so I did not have to work that day, luckily. I had a 2-day work week, and then it snowed. It was snowing like morning going into like the afternoon. We didn't really get that much snow, but there were these girls that like, I don't know if they live in my complex or what, they were parked like where our cars were parked, and they were just kind of being like, I don't want to be like, they were being dumb, but they weren't using their brains. Like they were trying to get out of their parking spot, and I usually try to park reverse into a spot if I know it's gonna snow. Now I didn't do it that day. That's fine. I didn't really anticipate having to leave my house, so it was fine. We cleaned off our cars, but while we were cleaning off our cars, these girls, like, one was out there in shorts. It was like 20 degrees. I was like, you're out of your mind. And then they were like using a broomstick to try to like push the snow from underneath their tire, and they just like weren't, like, when you have a spot that like the snow it wasn't even that high, and unfortunately like a lot of people spent like on like a major highway in the state I live in, Virginia. It's called like 95. A lot of people were like stuck. Even like one of our senators was like stuck on that highway for like 27, 28, 29 hours, which was absolutely ridiculous. Really, like, the state kind of really effed up and didn't have like salt down or anything like that. So I'm really not trying to like blame these girls or whatever or come for them. My only thing was like, why was she out there in shorts in 20-degree weather? And so they were having like the hardest time, and I was like, I'm not gonna tell them, like, you know, when you trying to get out of a spot and you don't have like a shovel, and even when it's like not too high, you need to rock your car. Like, you put it in drive and you drive forward, and then you put it in reverse and you drive backwards, and you just pretty much keep doing this. And you also should like use your boots or whatever you can to make like tracks in the snow, and they weren't using their brains, so I was just kind of like not there for them. My fiance was like, should we try to help them? And I was like, let's go clean your car off first, and if they still haven't figured it out by that point, like, you know, a total of like 20-30 minutes, and they were doing it before we even got out there, I was like, then maybe we'll say something. I was just like, I'm not gonna say anything. So anyways, I had edited and uploaded a video, but I didn't mark that. And then, like I said, we cleaned our cars and we played in the snow. Like I took the snow off of the windshield. I had gloves, my fiance didn't, and I was like throwing little snowballs at him. And then we did walk around our apartment complex in the snow, and we went to like down the road where my fiance had gone previously while I think I was filming, editing, and uploading or whatever. So then when we got back, I had hot cocoa, and I also had ramen. Definitely want to get some more ramen. I just really enjoy having it in the wintertime. And then we cooked dinner. It was probably like, I think it was just like orange chicken from Trader Joe's with stir fry rice, like cauliflower stir fry rice from Trader Joe's as well. And then I filmed and edited that night. Then on Tuesday, it was time to work, so I pretty much had meetings almost all day because we were coming back from the holidays, and like a lot of people were out the week of Christmas and the week of New Year's, so it was crazy. So we had meetings like all day, and then I had coffee, and after work we assembled some furniture. My fiance got well, for me, for like 4 months ago, he had gotten a floating shelf for our office, for him to put up his stuff on his floating shelf. So we assembled that, and then I had gotten him, I already have one like this, and I've spray painted it black. It looks really ratchet, but I don't really care about it. But it's something that I put my silhouettes and like my Dymo for whenever I reopen my shop one day, hopefully soon, and stuff like that on one side of my desk. And then I decided to use his that I had gotten for him, and I feel really sorry. I'll get him another if he actually wants it, but I had gotten him like one like mine, and he could have spray painted it if he wanted to, but I decided I was gonna like take it back because I really needed it, and I did show it on my Instagram story. But anyways, we assembled furniture, and like my fiance got to use the drill that my mom gave him for Christmas, and like he put the floating shelf on the wall, and I put the little shelf thing. I forgot what type of shelf thing it's called, but it's the one that like all the planner girls have on their desk from IKEA. And then we cooked, and we watched TV. Then I planned, and then I did some packing for Oregon because I didn't really want to be packing last minute. Then on to Wednesday, I was up early because we were trying to check into our flights, and I could not check in. It just said, due to like government blah blah blah, you cannot check in, you have to check in at the airport. And I was so annoyed because one, I woke up at like the crack of dawn to do this, and then they wouldn't even let me do it, and then I wasn't knowing like what the process was going to be like once we get to the airport. So then I marked that I was annoyed AF, and then had coffee and meetings and work, and then after work I went to Target to pick up some stuff last minute. We had Chick-fil-A for dinner this night because I knew I wasn't going to want to cook. And then when we got back, I had to film and pack, and I was up pretty late until like 1:30 almost, editing everything all together, taking the pictures, editing pictures because I knew we were going to be flying into Oregon. And so what was quite crazy to me was like I was getting into bed, and my fiance was like waking up, and he had an upset stomach, and so he did not sleep well, and we both did not sleep well that night, considering the fact that we had to be up at 4:30 just to get to the airport the next day. Even though it's like really close to my house, we were still just giving ourselves extra time because we still could not get boarding passes and all that figured out ahead of time. So Next morning, it's Thursday. It's 4:30. My mom and my grandma come to pick us up and take us to the airport. My mom slept the night at my grandma's, and Cannoli came with them to the airport. And so we get dropped off at the airport, and it is a shit show. Excuse my French. It was a nightmare. The line for just like checking your bag was ridiculous, and by the time we even got to the front to check our bags, it was even worse. The system could not have been, I feel like, unless there was like one person working, that is the only way the system could have been worse. Like, it was horrible, the system they had in place. I was trying to check in on the little kiosk thing. It wouldn't let me check in. The lady was just like, check in with the kiosk. I'm sure it's just this. And I'm like, no, like the lady who's going around like helping people in line. I was like, no, ma'am, like this isn't working. Like, I don't know what you want from me. This is not working. And like, they wanted you to have your boarding pass by the time you got to the bag drop off, because like that's how they can tie it with your ticket. And like, I was like, where is the line for the agents, just to talk to the agents? Like, am I gonna have to go to this bag drop off line and then find another line for the agents? No. It was just so confusing. Also, like, this couple in front of us, like there was two ladies at first, and they were going to Salt Lake City. Our flight was also going to Salt Lake City, but it was just where our layover was. But they were going there to go skiing. And so they had these like two ginormous bags of like skis, and then like out of nowhere, like their two partners show up and like cut us. And I'm like, are you kidding me? I was just like so angry. And then also I had packed like kind of heavily. I had packed a lot of like jackets and like sweaters and stuff like that. So I was like packed and wearing warm clothes. I was wearing like my Patagonia sweater, and then also my like J. Crew parka, which is really warm. So I was like sweating so much. I was just so infuriated. It was an absolute shit show. So then we get out of the we get out of the, we check our bags, we get our boarding passes, we run to TSA. TSA was the fastest part of the whole entire ordeal. But honestly, TSA still gives me a lot of anxiety. Especially because they ask you to like lower your mask so they can see your face. So anyways, we get through TSA. That takes like no more than 10 minutes, and we go sit down like at our gate, and it was just so crowded. It was like a full flight. And so we go to our gate, and we're sitting, and then like I realized like we're gonna start boarding. It was like 6:20, and we started boarding at 6:25. The line for boarding was a shit show as well. Like everybody was just kind of like every person for themselves, and like, I'm gonna cut this person, cut that person, I don't care, instead of like forming a line, which was really stressful. So we board our flight 7 a.m. The sun is rising. It was beautiful. And we take off, and I think this was like, besides the turbulence, like this was, I preferred, what was going on in the way that, what was going on the plane. I preferred this way, except I didn't have headphones, and my fiance didn't let me use his on this. Like, I had wireless, I have AirPods, but I don't have headphones that plug into like the headphone jack that is on the plane. They had a little monitor you could watch movies, and I saw someone watching a movie I really wanted to watch, and it's called The Bone Collector. Here's a spoiler. I watched it on the way home because my fiance went to sleep, and he let me borrow his headphones. So anyways, so on the plane, I was hangry because all they give you is like a soda water, or like you could get an alcoholic beverage or whatever, and then they give you goldfish or a Biscoff cookie, which like, you might like a cookie, that's fine, but I don't want to eat just a cookie like on a 3-hour, like it was a 4-hour flight. And the only thing open at our terminal when we got to the airport was like Five Guys, and I was just like, I'm not eating Five Guys at 6 a.m, even though I should have just like gotten it and then ate it a little bit later, and I didn't eat before I left for the airport, so it was really frustrating. So I watched Succession, and then I took a nap on the plane, which was nice. And my fiance woke me up about like an hour out before we had to land. And then when we landed in Salt Lake City, we went to a little Asian restaurant like inside the terminal. I didn't like it, but I had orange chicken, but it was not good. I don't remember the name. And then we took our flight to Redmond. we flew into Redmond, Oregon. And then once we got picked up by my fiance's mom, we had brunch. I had an avocado toast and I had an Irish cream coffee. It wasn't like, alcoholic or anything. It was really good. It was a really good place. But then I started to have issues with my phone, and you'll see on Monday, when we went to Portland, I did go to the Apple store to get my camera fixed because it started to just say it couldn't tell if it had a genuine camera installed. Also, my screen protector cracked. I don't know what happened, but well, I know that it cracked it into my fiance's mom's car's door because I was trying to get in the car quickly and it was smashing it, but it didn't have anything to do with the camera, so I don't know why that started happening. But anyways, when we got to my fiance's mom's house, we went for a walk, and then she made us a spaghetti salad and garlic bread dinner. And then we relaxed. We were pretty tired because of the time zone change. It was a 3-hour difference. So then on Friday we were up early, because in our time zone it was 9 a.m. but in that time zone it's 6:30. So we showered and we got ready, and she made some breakfast, some eggs. It was kind of like a frittata almost. And then we went to downtown Bend, which is a cute little downtown area. It's really no more than 4 or 5 blocks vertically and 3 or 4 blocks horizontally, but it's a cute little area. And we walked around. I went to a little candy soda store, and there's also little shops Homes and stuff there. I don't know how to pronounce this brand, but they're the ones who have the Kanken bags. They had a store there. I didn't go in because I didn't want to be tempted, but anyways, after that we walked to this little brewery and we decided to have drinks there. I don't really like beer, so I had a I want to say it was a ginger beer, vodka, cranberry something drink, but it's called a Naughty and Nice because they still had their kind of holiday-y, seasonally menu. So I had that, and we had some truffle fries. They were garlic, truffle, and parmesan. They were really good. And then after that we left, and we had also walked around this little lake area, but after that we left and we went to a coffee shop called Thump. And I don't know why we went to a different one, because there was one that was in downtown Bend, but we went to an area that they called Northwest Crossing in Bend, and we went to that one. But it was still pretty to see the mountains, so I wasn't that mad. The Sisters Mountains are very visible from Bend, so it's gorgeous. And we did end up going to Sisters on Sunday. Spoiler. So then we went to a distillery. I honestly don't remember the name of it, but it was so good. And they also had a little location in downtown Bend, but we still didn't go to that one. The one we went to allowed you to have 4, or I had let you have 5 mini cocktails, or you could have shots of the spirits. We did the mini cocktails, and they were $5 each, which was really not that bad. It was $20 to have, we had 4 mini cocktails, so it was really good. And then me and my fiance decided to do First Friday, which really no shops were really doing, but First Friday is kind of a thing in Oregon in general, where shops and art museums and all of these things will have beverages that they give out, and they have sales, and you can shop and all this stuff, and there's music. So that's a thing. It's called First Friday, but there wasn't really much going on besides one little art gallery and maybe one other little place. So then my fiance and I had a Thai dinner date night. We went to a place, I don't remember the name, but I had yellow crab Thai food. It was so good. I was in love with it. And then we got dessert to go, and then we went to Target. And we came back on to Saturday. We woke up. Me and my fiance decided to go get Sparrow Bakery by ourselves. Sparrow Bakery is one of the popular places to get breakfast food in Oregon. So we went to Sparrow Bakery, and then we came back and went to Whole Foods. At the Sparrow Bakery, we had a little cake. We had an ocean roll. I had a breakfast sandwich that was with bacon, and then a cardamom latte. A lot of cardamom going on out there. Then, like I said, we came back, we went to Whole Foods, and then we went to Lapine State Park. And then we went to my fiance's mom's boyfriend's house, and they made ham and like ham sandwiches and stuff for us. Then I marked I was annoyed. I won't go into the details of that. But then we went to a bookstore in downtown Bend because we were going to the cocktail cabin that night, which was really nice. At the cocktail cabin, I had chicken and I forgot what drink I had. It was called a Mr. Pink, which was like a, I don't know, I had pepper in it, and like, I don't know, I didn't really like mine. I liked my fiance's. So then we had gelato after we went to the cocktail cabin. Then we came back to my fiance's mom's house, and my fiance and I watched the show called How To with John Wilson on HBO. My fiance really likes it, so been getting into it with him, but it's pretty much a guy on HBO, does like documentaries, like how to do something. So then on to Sunday, I had to go pick up a new battery pack at Best Buy. So I had misplaced mine on Saturday. I don't know how. I had it and then it was gone. So I ordered a new one at Best Buy. And I also ordered a Canon selfie printer to get, and an external external hard drive for a project that I'm working on for my fiance for our 5-year anniversary coming up. But anyways, I did order the hard drive and the selfie printer to be picked up at home once we got back home. So I didn't pick them up in Oregon because I wasn't going to have any room. And then we went to a coffee shop, went to the Tumalo coffee shop, and then we went to Sisters, Oregon. And in Sisters, we did some souvenir shopping. I got like 2 sweatshirts, some stickers, and stuff. And then we went to a bookstore and I picked up some other souvenirs for my friends and my cousin. And then we went to a stationery store and I picked up some like glitter pens and stuff like that. And then we also went into a Native American art museum, which was super pretty. They had lots of stuff, and I felt like, you know, really cool seeing stuff that was made by Native Americans. And then we drove, I forgot to, I didn't write it down here, but we went to a really good Mexican place. I did put it in my planner though. And I had what they called sea enchiladas, which like had fish, shrimp, and crab, and they were so good. It was like my first time ever trying enchiladas, so I really liked them. And then after that, we drove around the National Forest. Now, I don't remember which one, but I was falling asleep, to be honest with you. But we drove around. There's a lot of snow on the ground because it had just had snow. Then we came back in Bend, and I I was asleep in the car, but they woke me up like, we're at Blockbuster. It's the last Blockbuster in the world. So I was really happy to be able to go there. Felt very nostalgic. And then we went and got Dutch Bros. I had a shark attack. I really just ordered it because that's what my fiance had ordered, and I didn't have time to like look over the menu, and I didn't know what I wanted. So that was that. Then when we came home, everybody kind of like insisted on playing a game, and I didn't really want to play, but I just ended up doing it anyways, and we played Scrabble, and I won. I was really proud of myself. So yeah, that was the first week of my time in Bend, and that was the week that we had snow. Honestly, it was just like a crazy week. So much going on. But yeah, that's it for voiceover me, y'all. You're about to hear from outro me. I'll talk to you guys later. Alright friends, it is outro me, and I am doing the deco for this week. I'm thinking I'm going to put the suitcase over here, as it was the day that we left to go to Oregon on Thursday. We went Thursday to Thursday. Really no like super logical reason. I'll put the snow pants over here because it snowed this day, but no super logical reason for it, besides the fact that I think it just ended up being the best price for tickets. Ooh, sorry. My computer is going off. I'm gonna put this book over here, and I'll put the snow jacket over here. But yeah, I have mixed feelings, mixed emotions about this spread. As always, feel free to let me know if you guys like it down in the comments below. I did like the fact that it had like some gaming elements, as we did play games. However, I didn't get a chance to mark it at the bottom of Sunday, and I'll probably talk about it in my voiceover, so I won't go over in too many details, but I just ended up running out of room and decided not to mark it, even though I had a sticker code for it, so, but that's okay. But yeah, I feel like there's just like a lot going on with like the elements in this kit, and I think I'm going to like the kit for the current week I'm in, which is the week that I got home from Oregon. I feel like I'm going to like it a lot more. That kit, I'm using the Alpine kit. If you've seen my planner kit lineup, then you know what I'm talking about. But I just honestly, like, I feel like there's a lot going on with the colors. I feel like there's a lot going on with this spread. So, not a huge fan. I don't know if that works really well. I did want to use that suitcase, but it's okay. We'll just use these ski goggles, even though I did not go skiing. There is a ski resort close to where my future mother-in-law lives. But we did not end up going skiing, so maybe next time, or maybe next time we'll be visiting. It'll be summer/spring, so maybe we won't, but yeah, so that's that. I'm just going ahead and cutting the deco, and then I might film the base because I'm done with this week, and it's currently, I didn't put my watch on today, it's 10 o'clock, which is probably going to take me 30 minutes to do the base, but, or I could do it tomorrow, because I still have to do the voiceover for this. I always do my outro before I do my voiceover and edit everything all together. But anyways, y'all, this is the, finished spread. Let's go ahead and put you into the planner. And while I do that, I will try to think of a question to ask y'all. I'm thinking. My question for y'all is, what is one goal that you've had for New Year's that you think you've been working towards consistently? My word for this year, or you could tell me down below, what is your word for this year, if that helps. But anyways, guys, yeah, this is the full spread. This is one mystery, I can't remember which one, from ScribblePrintsCo, for the week I went to Oregon, the week it snowed. But yeah, that's it for this play with me, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. If you enjoyed, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn on the bell for notifications for whenever I upload, and I will talk to you guys in my next one. I love you guys so much. Bye.